The scent of wood smoke drifts through the air as an Amish woman opens the door to her kitchen. A black cast iron stove sits in the center, radiating warmth. There's no sound of gas burners clicking or electric fans humming, just the quiet crackle of fire and the steady rhythm of life. It's morning, and breakfast is being made the same way it has been for over a century. No gas, no electricity, only skill, patience, and heat from a flame. Today, we're stepping inside the Amish kitchen to uncover how they cook every meal without a single modern appliance, and why this old way might still be the smartest. For most of us, cooking is fast. Push a button, twist a knob, and heat appears. But for the Amish, cooking is a ritual. It's connection, craftsmanship, and faith in simplicity. Every meal starts with fuel. Wood, the same fire that heats their homes, also bakes their bread, boils their soup, and warms their water. This connection between fuel, food, and family defines their daily rhythm. Their kitchens are living museums of human resourcefulness, and yet, every technique still works perfectly today. At the center of most Amish homes stands the wood-burning cookstove, often a heavy black iron model like the Pioneer Made or Margin Gem. It's both a stove and an oven. On top, several circular metal plates lift off, revealing the glowing fire beneath, perfect for pots and pans of every size. Inside, an oven chamber bakes pies, roasts meat, and keeps food warm long after the fire dies down. Wood-burning stoves are masterpieces of practicality. The Amish load them with carefully seasoned wood, mostly oak, hickory, or maple, known for long, even heat. There's no thermostat, just intuition. Cooks learn to judge temperature by sound, color, and touch. When the fire burns steady and the stovetop hums with heat, breakfast begins. Most days start before sunrise. Bread dough kneaded the night before rests under cloth on the counter. As the stove warms, an iron skillet comes alive with sizzling butter. Eggs collected from the coop that morning are cracked and fried. Fresh milk steams gently in a pot beside the fire. There's no rush, only rhythm. As the bread bakes in the stove's oven, its crust turns golden, filling the room with a smell that defines comfort itself. This kind of cooking takes longer, but it creates a connection modern kitchens can't replicate. So, step 1 is controlling fire without electricity. Cooking on wood heat really takes some hands-on control, not just relying on gadgets. Amish women, they just know exactly how to read a flame. Large, roaring fires are used for boiling water or frying, while small, glowing embers are perfect for baking or simmering. They regulate temperature by adjusting 3 things. First, the air vent, which controls how much oxygen gets to the fire. Then the damper, which decides whether heat goes toward the oven or up the chimney. And finally, the type of wood. Softer woods burn faster and hotter, while hardwoods burn slow and steady. With experience, they can hold a consistent 350 degrees Fahrenheit in the oven without a single gauge. Only instinct. Step 2. The cast iron advantage. In Amish kitchens, cast iron isn't trendy, it's essential. Skillets, Dutch ovens, griddles, and pots are seasoned until nearly non-stick. They retain heat evenly, allowing for perfect frying, baking, and slow cooking. A cast iron Dutch oven can cook anything: stews, breads, cobblers, or roasts. It can sit directly on the stovetop or be buried in glowing coals to mimic an oven. This versatility means one piece of cookware can replace 10 electric gadgets. Proper care is part of the craft. Each pan is cleaned with salt, wiped with lard, and hung by the hearth to dry, ready for another generation of use. Step 3. The outdoor summer kitchen. When the summer heat arrives, the Amish don't want their main homes filled with smoke or warmth. That's when they move cooking to the summer kitchen. A small detached structure beside the house. Inside, a second wood stove or open hearth handles canning, baking, and boiling. It keeps the main living space cool while still allowing full meals to be prepared. Neighbors often gather here, especially during harvest season, to preserve fruits, vegetables, and meats for winter. Jars line the tables, steam fills the air, and laughter blends with the sound of boiling water, a scene frozen in time yet full of life. Step 4. Baking without a gas oven. Amish baking is legendary, and yet their ovens are powered entirely by wood. They bake by observation, not by timer. A small handful of flour tossed into the oven can reveal its readiness. If it browns slowly, the heat is perfect for bread. If it burns quickly, it's time to wait. The result is perfectly baked loaves, flaky pies, and golden rolls. Without thermostats or timers, every bake is an active experience, proof that patience makes better food. Step 5. Cooking for large families. Amish families are big, often 6 to 10 children, so, meals need to be plentiful. They cook in batches, using wide pots and multiple surfaces at once. On one side of the stove, vegetables boil. On the other, meat simmers slowly in broth. The oven fills with pies and casseroles, while another pot keeps coffee hot. Nothing is wasted. Leftovers are stored in cool cellars or glass jars, reused in soups and stews the next day. Meals are hearty, simple, and filling, usually built around potatoes, bread, beans, eggs, and whatever's fresh from the farm. In the oldest Amish homes, especially before modern cookstoves, meals were made entirely over open hearths. Hanging hooks, iron tripods, and adjustable cranes allowed pots to be moved closer or farther from the flame. Flat stones served as makeshift ovens for biscuits and cornbread. Even today, some families use these open flame setups for outdoor cooking or large gatherings. It's slow, smoky, and physical, but it works every time. Step 7. The solar and wood hybrid. In a few newer Amish communities, where limited technology is accepted, families experiment with solar cookers, reflective boxes that concentrate sunlight to heat food. These units can actually reach up to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, plenty hot enough to bake bread or stew vegetables. While they're not super common, they've really been embraced as an efficient summer option that keeps kitchens cool and uses only the power of the sun. This blend of old and new, honestly, fits perfectly within Amish values: practical innovation without dependence on the modern grid. Step 8. Canning, preserving, and meal storage. Cooking doesn't just end with dinner, it's really part of a long-term plan. Amish homes will often dedicate entire weeks just to canning. Tomatoes, corn, beans, and meats are, boiled in these massive pots, sealed up tight in jars and then stored away in dark cellars for years. The same stoves they use for daily cooking, well, they double as preservation tools too. By mid-autumn, shelves are stacked high, and honestly, each jar represents hours of labor, faith, and tradition. It's their insurance against winter, powered entirely by human effort and wood fire. Step 9. Sunday dinners and community feasts. Every Amish district celebrates the Sabbath with one shared tradition: a slow-cooked meal made with love. Large kettles of chicken and noodles simmer for hours, pies are baked the day before and cooled overnight. Tables are set with handmade linens, wooden bowls, and laughter that fills the room. The food tastes richer not because of spices or techniques, but because every bite carries the warmth of genuine labor. Step 10. What the Amish teach us about food. Modern life has made cooking really convenient, but, well, it's also made us kind of disconnected. We just don't see where our heat comes from anymore, or, honestly, how much energy a single meal takes. The Amish remind us that good food doesn't come from convenience, it comes from care. Every stick of wood chopped, every pan scrubbed, every fire tended, it all adds meaning to what's served on the table. Their kitchens aren't primitive, they're perfectly efficient, powered by renewal, patience, and gratitude. As night falls, the fire in the cookstove glows softly, the last dishes are washed, and the smell of baked bread lingers in the air. Outside, crickets sing in the darkness, and the stars light the farmyard. Inside, peace settles over the home, not because of what they lack, but because of what they understand. They've proven that comfort doesn't need cables or cords, it only needs hands, knowledge, and a flame. That's how the Amish cook food. No gas, no electricity, just heart and fire.